In this video I'm going to demonstrate backing up and restoring a Moodle site. The server is Ubuntu 14.10 and the Moodle version is 2.8.1 using a MySql database. This is only a basic backup. There are more sophisticated ways of carrying out backups, such as using compression and or incremental backups. There are three things to back up with a Moodle site: the database, the Moodle data directory and the Moodle code directory. I've used the default locations for these items in this installation. They may vary. You can check these details in the config.php file located in the Moodle code directory. At a basic level, backing up directories is trivial, simply involving copying them. Aim to preserve ownership and privilege information to aid restoration. The database backup requires the use of MySql dump. Database restoration is quite straightforward. So first of all, I'm looking at the site. I've obviously got a little test Moodle site on my LAN here. Not much to it. I've put in a few courses. So I'll log into the server using PuTTY and Secure Shell. So I'll log in. Usually if I'm doing administrative tasks, the first thing I do when I log into Ubuntu is change to root user. Okay, now I'll have a look at the contents of the var www directory. Now I can see that the Moodle data directory is located here, and currently there's no backup folder. Note the Moodle data directory is owned by www.data, which is the web server. So I'll create a backup directory. And there it is. To copy the Moodle data directory, I'll just use the copy command, and note I'll use R to recursively copy the contents of a directory and P to preserve ownership information. So I'll copy Moodle data to the backup directory. I'll also copy the code directory, which is located in a subdirectory of the directory I'm currently in, HTML. Also copying that to the backup directory. Now if I do a listing of the backup directory, I should hopefully see those two directories there, and note that with both of them the ownership information and group information is preserved. So I'll now copy the database using MySql dump. So if I use MySql dump, I've got to put in my username, password, and I want to send that to the backup folder. Okay, and I'll again check that the backup folder contains a backup of the code directory, the data directory and the database, which it does. There they are. So as they're all there, I'll now remove the site. Now this is not something you'd normally do, of course, but I'll do it to demonstrate backing up. So if I do a listing, Moodle data is in the directory where I'm currently located, so I'll remove that first. I'll remove the code directory as well. And I'll just log into MySql to remove the database. Now I'll have a look at the databases that are there. There's a Moodle database. I'll drop the Moodle database. Which takes a little while. Now have a look at the databases and you can see that there's no Moodle database there. So I'll quit MySql. Now if I go back to the browser and do a refresh, fairly obviously not a lot's going to happen because there's no site, no Moodle site at the moment. I'll now hopefully restore the site. So the first thing I'll do is I'll copy the directories back into their locations. So if I do a copy, so I'll copy that back to where I am, var www, and I'll also copy, oops, oh, it doesn't matter, would have just overwritten it itself. I'll copy the Moodle code folder to the HTML folder, which is a subdirectory of var www. Okay, so I now just have to restore the database. So first of all I'll log into MySql. It's probably not necessarily, but okay, I'll just show databases. Oops. Create a database called Moodle. Okay, and so I've got an empty Moodle database. I'll quit MySql and then restore the contents of the database with a MySql command. Okay, and that might take a little while. Moodle has quite a large database. Okay, and so the thing that remains to do is go back to the browser and see if my Moodle site is returned. And there it is. Thanks for watching.